Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode on Lumber Capital Log Yard. Today we're going over all of the different wood species and their differences. So whether you're looking to make a decision on the wood to use for your next project, or you just need a good refresher on what all the differences are, we're going to be going over price differences as well as differences of use. So this is going to be an information-packed video. Whatever the reason, this is a video for you. So let's jump into it. We're just going to be sticking to species that are native to America, so we're not going over any exotic woods, but just the basics that most people are familiar with, like walnut and cherry and red oak and white oak and maple, hard and soft, and what all of them are used for. So let's start out with cherry. Cherry is known for its ruddy pinky hue that it has, especially after it's been finished, and it really has minimal knots. So if you're looking for something nice and clear, maybe cherry is the way to go. It really is beautiful. Some of it just has beautiful grain formations as well. And as far as hardness goes, it really lies somewhere in the middle, being at 950 on the Jenkins scale. It's really not too hard, it's not too soft. So woodworkers love to use it because the harder it gets, obviously the more challenging it is to work with. So it's known in cabinet making. All of my cabinets are cherry, really beautiful, and obviously more high-end furniture as well, because while it's not the most expensive wood, it is up there. It's definitely still affordable, of course, but it's not as expensive as something like walnut, which we'll get to in a little bit. Next up is hickory. I love hickory. I think that it has some of the most beautiful grain formations and colorings, color variations that it can get. It's just really awesome to look at. I love it, but woodworkers tend to resent it due to just how challenging it can be to work with. Lying at 1,820 on the Jenkins scale, that makes it incredibly hard. One of the hardest woods native to North America. Some exotic woods definitely outdo it though in the hardness department for sure. But hickory, what do we use hickory for? Baseball bats. Baseball bats are made out of hickory. So are tool handles, anything that's gonna take a lot of like beating. What takes more beating than a baseball bat, right? But tool handles for sure. Dowels, certain dowels, there's lots of uses for it. Anything that you need extremely hardwood for, you can use your imagination when it comes to that. But I think that it's used a lot for its looks in the rustic department. So when you're looking for that rustic feel, hickory is the way to go. Next up, we have red oak and white oak. Now, we can see right off the bat the major color differences of these two species. We can really see why this one's called red and this one's called white. And of course, we can't ignore the beautiful ray-fleck patterns in this white oak board. That's because it's quarter sun. And some species really get that ray fleck when it's quarter sun. Red oak does too. This one's actually quarter sun also, but the ray fleck is just a lot smaller in this board specifically. It varies from log to log pretty drastically, but you can see just how beautiful that is when that shows up. I absolutely love that. As far as what you can use it for, you can pretty much use them interchangeably as far as flooring and furniture goes. One is closed poured and the other is open, so that will matter for certain things that you're using it for. So just keep in mind that white oak is closed poured, which is going to make it in a way a little bit more stronger, which is why white oak lies slightly above red oak on the Jenkins scale at 1,360, whereas red oak lies, like I said, just below that. So not a crazy difference as far as strength goes, but just a tiny bit. So right now, white oak is very in. So that of course drives the cost up. And so if you're looking for something a lot more affordable, if you're looking to make furniture affordably, maybe consider red oak. It's definitely a good option. And while white oak is beautiful as well, it's definitely more expensive. Isn't that crazy? I mean, it's the same species. They're both oak, but one's just a lot more expensive. It's interesting. It's a good side note to add in there, of course. So let's move on now to maple. Hard maple and soft maple are some of the most amazing woods. Now, specifically with the soft maple, something amazing about it is that it has the ability to have some of the most character that you're ever going to find in any of the woods that we have talked about so far. But the crazy thing is that it can either have so much character, so much color, so much variation, or it could literally just be the plainest board you've ever seen. I'm not joking. It's like insane, the difference. I'll cut a log and it'll be like, I've never seen a wood that's so boring. And then I'll cut another one and it will just be bursting with color. I mean, like colors of the rainbow. We can see this a little bit here with different variations of color. The way that soft maple tends to scoop up different minerals is just very unique and special. Not to mention, you can get that ambrosia maple that is so heavily sought after. Now, as far as hard maple goes, hard maple is used for a lot of different things. It's harder than oak, lying at 1,450 on the Jenkins scale. It's up there. It's not quite like hickory, but it's definitely hard. And so you're not going to want to use it for just anything. It's used a lot for gym floors. You'll see it a lot in basketball courts. I don't think that there's been a basketball court that's not made out of hard maple. It's pretty notorious when it comes to gym floors. Anything that's going to take a lot of pounding. And guitar necks. So that's one use for it. Instruments, different instruments use it. And butcher blocks. Maple is amazing for things in the kitchen because it's close poured. Unlike some different woods, anything close poured is gonna be great for in the kitchen. So cutting boards, you might not want to try and make a bowl out of hard maple, but definitely soft maple is used for turning bowls and spoons and forks and spatulas and anything. But as far as cutting boards go, hard maple would be a good one. I have a hard maple cutting board actually, so I can definitely vouch for that. I love maple. We carry both hard and soft here, available in lots of different widths, dimensions. Everything that we've talked about and showed is kiln dried, so it's ready to go as far as any projects. It's of course used some in furniture for the maple, but it's not as notorious in furniture making as something like walnut, which we have saved the best for last. Everyone loves walnut. It's used in luxury furniture mainly, but it's close poured, so you can use it for things like cutting boards, and I mean, the possibilities are endless with walnut. It lies about 1,000 on the Jenkins scale, so it's a little bit higher than cherry, but it's about right there in the middle. Not too hard, which again, our woodworkers appreciate that because it's not incredibly challenging to work with. And it looks a lot different than all the other woods with how dark it is. And as far as walnut trees go, it's not necessarily scarce here. We definitely run into quite a few walnut trees. They're not necessarily very big. I think everyone wants walnut, so you pay a pretty penny for it, but people will because it's so heavily sought after. I think right now on the lumber market, walnut is the most sought after species, surprisingly. So keep that in mind because there are definitely more affordable options than walnut, but of course you're not gonna beat it. So yeah, there we have it. Walnut, the all-time favorite, loved by all woodworkers. Loved by me, of course, too. I do love walnut. I love cutting it. It's one of my favorite woods to cut because it's so fun. But we don't run into too much walnut on the log sites. I mean, we have mainly here in Pennsylvania. We have all oak forests and all hemlock and pine forests, and then you'll run into some walnut trees here and there. But yeah, so I hope that you guys took away some good information from today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and remember that everything here is for sale. In-store purchases enjoy 30% off until I think December 31st. So make sure that you stop in if you're local and pick up your wood for your next project. Everything's kiln dried, ready to go. We do have very affordable prices here compared to what I've seen other places, so just keep that in mind. And if you're too far away to come visit, of course, check out our website, lumbercapital.com, and you can find our lumber packs shipped anywhere in the US. So yeah, check out lumbercapital.com. Other than that, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video, and we'll see you back here next time. Bye.